What's up, YouTube? This is going to be a guide on how to use Squawkabilly and Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. I'll be providing some competitive movesets and some fun meme movesets too. If there's a set you don't see here that work well for you, let me know about it in the comment section. If you enjoy the guides, if they help you out, drop a like on the video and let's get started. So I don't imagine too many people are going to be looking up how to use Squawkabilly, but I've got all of the movesets that I've come up with there. They're pretty good for this Pokemon. It actually doesn't have that bad of abilities. Now, with the different plumages, it has actually a different set of abilities. So we've got the green one and the blue one there having different abilities, and sort of like all different ones. So I'm going to go through a lot of them and show you. So the first set here that works probably the best all around the board on Squawkabilly is going to be the Guts set. So it has the Guts ability, we got Intimidate and Hustle. So really good abilities. Like they're very, very good abilities. The problem is the Pokemon, its stats are not too bad, but a lot of Pokemon can just do a better job than what it does, but we'll have a look at it anyway. So first item, of course, the Guts, is we're going to have the Flame Orb there. That's going to be very, very nice. So we can status the Squawkabilly with the Flame Orb, and it's going to get a 1.5 times boost there. So obviously a bread and butter move to run on that is Facade, so that's going to be double in base power, which is very, very powerful there, and not a lot of Pokemon can swap into this easily. The next move we've got here is Brave Bird. Of course, we've got that normal and flying covered, and the other move I'd put on there would be U-turn. That gives it some momentum in case it comes off a Pokemon that can't really do too much, like a steel type Pokemon. It does have a fighting move, but it's not very good, so I'd recommend running these 4 moves on there. You could free Protect up with another move, but it's just nice to be able to hit at full base power right away. The EV spread I've given it is max attack and max speed, Jolly Nature. That gives you the most out of its speed, and you know, we've got a good amount of its attack there too. So that's the green one, or the green plumage. And the next one here we got, I'll be doing the green and blue one have exactly the same abilities, then the white and yellow one have a different ability, but I'll be going over those ones too. So that's it for the Gut set. That's probably the one you'll see the most if you ever see Squawkabilly. And next set we got here is a Hustle set. So this is still same sort of abilities. We've got Intimidate, Hustle, and Guts. This time, we're doing the Hustle ability. So, Hustle ability is going to boost the attack by 1.5 times, and the accuracy of the physical attacks is 0.8 times. So, it's going to miss a little bit. So, you want to be using as many sort of 100% accuracy moves as possible. So I've given this one Choice Band, so we want to try and get as much damage. So we've got Hustle and Choice Band, which does a lot of damage. It really does do a lot of damage on Squawkabilly. We've got Brave Bird, which is going to do lots, 120 base power stab. I've got Double Edge on there too, 120 base power stab. Lots of recall though, so you're probably going to get 1 or 2 shots of this off. And we've got Quick Attack too, which is really nice there for Hustle and Choice Band. Great at finishing stuff off. And we've also got U-turn as well. So kind of similar to the other set. Another move you could put on this one as well, if you're a little bit worried about the recall, is Aerial Ace. That means Aerial Ace it won't miss, and you'll get that Hustle boost too. So you don't have to worry about it ever missing. There obviously is a massive drop in base power though. That's the only drawback. So I feel like if you're running Hustle, you want to be getting the most out of everything, and going for the high base power attacks is probably the way to go. This one is exactly the same EVs as the Guts one, so we've got max attack and max speed, Jolly Nature. With Jolly Nature, you really need that little bit of extra speed. So I'll just show you Adamant. It's kind of slow then. You want it to go over that sort of like speed threshold there, so you can outspeed some other things. But yep, that's the EV spread I'd run, and the Guts and Hustle set are the best 2 sets on this Pokemon if you do want to run them. Now, I've got some other sets here. It does actually get another different ability, which you get to see now. So instead of getting Guts, the white and the yellow one actually get Shear Force. Now, unfortunately, Shear Force doesn't really bring a lot to this Pokemon. It doesn't get a lot of physical moves that can actually benefit. In fact, it gets like hardly any at all. So we're going to be running a special set with Squawkabilly now. So Squawkabilly, we're going to go, this is definitely a meme set, of course. The first 2 sets there are going to be your most competitive ones, but I thought I'd show some fun meme ones too. So we've got Shear Force. That's going to be boosting up the secondary effects of moves by 1.3 times power, and another nullifies the effect too. So say, for example, we've got Heat Wave here. So Heat Wave is going to get that boost, but then again, there's going to be no chance for it to burn there. So it just basically gets rid of this and powers the move up to keep things simple. Same with Hurricane there, and we've got Fake Tears. I wish it got Nasty Plot, but it doesn't. So Fake Tears is another way to drop the opponent's special defense and then go for it. It also gets Final Gamble, which is kind of interesting, which I'm going to be real with you. It's probably going to do the most damage compared to these other moves here too. Unless you get like a surprise KO on like a Pokemon that's 4 times weak to like fire or something like that. I've given this Terra type fire, so any steel types that come in here, you can roast them up real good. We have got max special attack and max speed, modest nature. Oh, the Terra types on the very first ones, I've just given them both Terra normal. That's going to be the most powerful attack. You can give it Terra Flying as well, so either boost up the Brave Bird or the Double Edge or Facade or Brave Bird, one of those two sort of things there. Just why that was on my mind. And Life Orb as well is really good. So with the Shear Force, that's going to get the boost, and you're not going to lose health from using Heat Wave and Hurricane and stuff like that. But it doesn't really get a good variety of moves to really make use of Shear Force. That's a problem with it. Matter of fact, let me bring up its physical moves here. Let's just, for example, see what physical moves can actually benefit from it. So, okay, so none of these moves here, we got none of them actually can make use of it. All right, so not a single move here except for Pounce. That's it. Pounce is like the only... Pounce is the only move there that can make use of it. So it's a complete waste, you know. It's got no other moves that can make use of Shear Force. So that's why I went for a special set there, as you can see. And on the special side, it's very, very limited too. This Pokemon in general is quite limited. So like, that's why I went ahead and, gave it these moves here. But yes, that's it for a Shear Force set. If you want to build Shear Force, you're going to have to go for a special one. Now, as for doubles, you won't go wrong with these sets here. These work well around the board too. You got Protect, probably I go about running the Gut set because you got Protect. That's very nice in doubles, and you can scout out any moves too. So that's how I would use in doubles. I will suggest a couple of teammates and things like that too in a sec after I've sort of done these ones. So we're up to now, the other ability to explore is Intimidate. So these green and blue ones, they also get Intimidate too, but I thought I'd do an Intimidate set. So this is a bulky defensive set. This does have a bit of potential, but of course it's outclassed by other Pokemon. But let's have a look at it. So we got max health and max defense, impish nature. So fully bulky on the defensive side. It actually has a pretty good health stat on Squawkabilly, which is quite nice. I've given it leftovers, Intimidate, of course. Now it gets Parting Shot, which is really nice. That's a great move there. It gets Roost, which is nice too. We got Tailwind, and I've given it Brave Bird too. So that's going to be like a Intimidate sort of support set there. So I can put Tailwinds up. I can heal myself up with Roost, go for Brave Bird if I, do come across where I need to do a bit of damage. And then I can heal up with Roost. And I've also got Parting Shot too, so you can just dip out when things aren't looking too good and drop the opponent's stats. So there you go. That'd be my recommendations for each one of the abilities. Like I said, these two here are going to be your best sets to use. They're your most competitive. You can swap moves around, but I believe they're going to be probably the best ones to use. You could give it Choice Scarf too. That's another option. You are going to dip a little bit in damage-wise though. But if you want to be going first, you go ahead and do that, and you can get rid of Quick Attack for another coverage move. Okay, we got a couple of Troll sets here. It's a Pimnite special here. We got a final Troll set. So this set is going to compromise of max health, so it does have a good health stat, and max speed, Jolly Nature, with a Choice Scarf and Intimidate as the ability. So Final Gambit is going to be dealing the exact damage of its health. So that's a lot of health. So a lot of Pokemon will fall to that, so that'll do a lot. We've got some other moves that actually work in well with the set. So we've got Parting Shot, which works nicely with Choice Scarf. We've got U-Turn, which equally works nicely. And we've also got Foul Play on there as well. So if we've got a Pokemon that's set up a lot of stats, like Dragonette, Sword Dance, we can come in there and give them a nice, big, powerful hit there with Foul Play. That one you're probably using the less out of all three of these. Mostly you'd be using it to dump another Pokemon with Final Gambit. A bulky Pokemon, something that's set up, and then you can still outspeed. So there you go. There's a nice Final Gambit set. Last one I've got here is a special trash set. So as we know, it does have a very, very barren special. And I thought we could make use of Hyper Voice and Throat Spray here. So we got that combination to boost up its poor special attack. I've got max special attack and max speed, timid nature. We got hurricane and air slash. You could go with the speed, like a little bit more speed, and then go for air slash flinches, or a little bit more power with hurricane. You could use this in the rain too with hurricane, that could work. And we also got heat wave there for any steel type Pokemon. But as I mentioned before, this thing has like very, very limited options. So you could even give it hyper beam for more damage, but I don't know. Or you could go like Terra Blast. So this could be weak to like, I don't know, like some other sort of moves. So we'll go Terra Blast. We'll adjust it. Let's give it another option. So it is weak to so many things like electric. Actually, we could give it Terra Ground. Yeah, Terra Ground. So that would give it a way to hit just some other counters like electric type Pokemon. You could hit them with a Terra Ground there. That could absolutely work, but it's very, very weak. You know, even after the throat spray, it's going to be doing like virtually no damage. As for abilities, I'd probably wouldn't even give it Shear Force. You kind of want the extra bonuses of getting a flinch or a burn. It's going to be better in my opinion. But yep, that's a special set there for Squawkabilly. Last sort of options on this Pokemon. Some good teammates if you really want. You could go Cyclizar. So this would be very good for putting a Shed Tail on and then passing into the Gut set to give it or the Hustle set to give it like a nice substitute in front of it. So it could definitely get you a couple of KOs there or some big damage. So that's a great partner for it. I'm just trying to think of some other ones. Actually, this isn't all that bad. You could give it, like, Reveroom's not a bad partner. Just thinking of, like, typings and stuff like that. This could work well because it is, obviously, 4 times weak to ground. So you could have a swap-in available. And this could, this can swap into a couple of its weaknesses, like ice and things like that. So that could be another partner that could be optional there. Anything that can take, like, ice... sort of moves there, electric, though, those kind of things would be okay, but I don't see too many people actually using Squawkabilly. Let me quickly go over here, sort of like its moves and status moves and stuff like that, just to show you, the fully ins and out of this Pokemon. So we've gone over like Parting Shot, Protect sort of sets, Roost. You probably don't need Rest and Sleep Talk. It's got Ruse. We've got Tailwind. There is a Taunting option. The problem with Taunt, though, is it's a little bit slow to use Taunt. It does have Copycat, too. You might be able to do something fun there, but nothing super amazing. We had Fake Tears there for the special set to drop the opponent's special defense. We had Mimic, too. I'm glad that it does get Mimic. I guess it does make sense there, being I guess it's like a parrot and that sort of thing. And it doesn't have too much more outside. It does have Helping Hand, too, so... If you really want to use it in doubles for Helping Hand, you could, but there's so many much better Pokemon that are bulkier. So, yeah, that's its status moves there. We pretty much covered everything. As for its physical moves here, we went over them already. You could do, like, a trolling set here with, like... I was thinking you could try like something, like, funny with, like, Fury Attack and King Drop, but... or you could go Fury Attack... I was thinking like Loaded Dice Fury Attack. That could be fun. And you could give it Guts too. But it's probably not going to be hitting very hard there unless you got like Burned or something like that. So you could do something fun like this. Another move, if you were curious, its only fighting move is Reversal. So I could see this getting on 1 health with Focus Sash. And Reversal could be really powerful then. It's a shame it doesn't get Flail, because that would be really, really good. But, yeah, that is an option there. You could give it Focus Sash, too. You'd have to give it something different, though, for its normal type move. You couldn't give it Double Edge, because it wouldn't really work all that well. So you'd have to give it something like Facade. So you could go like Facade. Try to think of something on the spot here you could use. We've also got Quick Attack there. And, yeah, you got Foul, but you got Thief as well. There we go. So you got, like, a Gut set there to make use of Reversal. But, I mean, the problem is you'd probably faint the next turn, after the Guts if you did live on there. So that's an option you could use too. But once again, it's very, very limited, unfortunately, Squawkabilly. Where are we up to? We're looking at the special moves there. But that's pretty much... That's pretty much it for this Pokemon. It's very, very limited. It is what it is. It's not a super powerful Pokemon. As for counters, most things are going to counter this. But the best set you're going to find to run on it is going to be either the Gut set or the Hustle set. And it will actually does hit very, very hard, surprisingly. So don't underestimate it if you do see it. It is going to do a lot of damage with Facade and Brave Bird, especially with the Flame Orb up or with Hustle. It will do a lot of damage, but it won't survive. It won't be around for very long. It's not very bulky at all. So that's going to be your way to get around it. It doesn't have any priority outside of Quick Attack. And yeah, it does struggle with Steel-type Pokemon. So I suggest Steel-type Pokemon to get around Squawkabilly, or Rock-type Pokemon like Garganacl. That's another counter there as well. But that's pretty much it for Squawkabilly. I know not too many people will sort of like look at these sort of Pokemon that hardly anyone really uses or is interested in, but I thought I'd put these out anyway. Tonight's going to be a triple upload, so I'm going to cover some more unknown Pokemon. So yeah, we got 2 more of them coming, and so tonight, so it's going to be a triple upload with these movesets. Just trying to get them finished for at least for the fully evolved to Generation 9. We're actually not far off. I think we got about a week of videos. Daily videos for the movesets, and that's it. That'll cover all of them. Alright people, that's about it for today's video. Hope you found it fun and enjoyable and insightful. Peace out.